Hi Libra, welcome to September. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. And before I get started on your reading, I want to call in some good energy. So this month we have a full moon in Pisces at the beginning of September, and then a new moon in Virgo on the 17th. And Mars goes retrograde on September 9th. And then Jupiter goes direct on the 13th, and Saturn goes direct on the 29th. So things that have been, like, these planets are starting to come back online. Saturn and Jupiter, and then eventually Pluto in October. Although we still have the Mars retrograde, there could be some, we can be getting out of some of the stuck energy that we've been experiencing. Because over the summer, everything was practically retrograde. So, but let's see. And then we have also the equinox, which happens on the 22nd. So we're changing seasons. Happy fall for the northern hemisphere and happy spring for the southern hemisphere. So let's see what the cards say about Libra. What does Libra need to know about love and relationships for the month of September 2020? What is coming up for Libra in September? What is coming up in for Libra in September? Now the bottom card, oh, Knight of Cups, Knight, a love offer. So King of Swords, Six of Cups, Six of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords, Five of Wands, Three of Swords, the Hermit, the Eight of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles. So this is looking good. So the Six of Swords, this could be your energy because the swords are usually air signs. If you're, you could be dealing with someone like an authority figure or someone that you may feel is a little bit harsh or judgmental. But it can also mean that you are taking time out to really think about what you want in a relationship. Because the King of Swords can also represent separating what's real from what's not real, separating fantasy from reality, seeing what's real. And we're going to be seeing a lot of what's real this month because Venus is going to be opposing Saturn. And when Venus opposes Saturn, on the one hand, it could bring a stable love relationship, but it can also show the reality of our situation. So if you're living in a dream world, which you might be at the full moon in Pisces, reality is going to wake you up, or you're going to see the truth one way or another. The Six of Cups here is a card of moving on to something better. Sixes represent harmony. Six is, it is a Libra number. It represents balance. And the Six of Cups, you could be connecting with someone from the past. Sometimes the Six of Cups can bring someone from the past back into your life. So you might be thinking of connecting with someone from the past in September. It's also a card of healing from the past. So you could be healing from a past situation. And you have an opportunity to make things better the second time around. So for some of you, if you're reuniting with someone that you were once involved with, you could have a new start or a chance for a new beginning and to make things better this time. For others, it could be a new situation and you're taking what you've learned from past relationships and you're bringing that knowledge to the new situation. So you're not going to repeat the same mistakes. It's like, okay, I know what I did in the past that didn't work out great, so I'm not going to do that again this time. This time I'm going to do better. And the Six of Cups does represent harmony, and it does represent moving on to a better situation. In the past, you have the Six of Pentacles, so there could have been a relationship in the past where there was an imbalance in the give and take. So maybe one of you was doing all the giving and the other one was doing all the taking. One was paying all the bills, the other one was, so it's like giver taker kind of thing. And you might have been helping someone out, helping someone through a difficult time, but feeling that you weren't getting your needs met, or you were doing too much. You were giving. One of you was giving too much to the relationship and not getting the same consideration back, or the same commitment. You have the Ace of Cups in the recent past and the Ace of Swords coming up. So the Ace of Cups, you're ready for love. It's like you're getting. There's a part of you that wants to have a new start. And you may decide to take action in September, because the Ace of Swords is a time card, and the time period is September, October, November. And I think things may really start to take off. I don't know about September, things happening in September. I think things might happen more in October, but we'll see when I do the October reading. But just based on the time frame of this reading, it's I would say it's later in the 3-month period than earlier. The problem here is you have this Five of Wands in the future. So there may be this is for people who are not in a relationship but are seeking a new relationship. For those people, there could be competition, and you're thinking, well, like there's someone I'm interested in, but I think there's a lot of other people that are interested in this person too. So do I have a fighting chance? Because this represents competition. For those of you who are in a relationship, it may be that you're fighting over petty things. Like there's not a real argument, because sometimes the Five of Wands can mean two people not working. Like you're in a team situation, but everybody wants something different. So there's no teamwork, there's no agreement. And you're having to compromise, and you're having to... but that's just temporary, I think. I don't know. That could be a work situation too, because I'm seeing new beginnings with work. Maybe you're working in an environment where people are not working together as a team. That's the end. That's the message I'm getting. But in any case, you're deciding to take action. You have the Ace of Swords. Your warrior energy has been activated. So you're like, I'm going to go after what I want. I don't care about the competition. I don't care, The only thing that would be holding you back, or that has been holding you back, is indecision. Because this could be also internal conflict, this Five of Wands, where you're like, well, I'm not sure what I really want. And that's what's been stopping you. So like there could be something that you're thinking about, because here you have the Hermit, and you're evaluating your options. Like, well, yeah, I could go after this person, but do I really want that? Is that what I want? What do I want? So you're trying to decide. So because of this internal conflict, it's been kind of holding you back. Also, you have the Three of Swords here, which is a card of heartbreak, loss. So you could still be suffering some type of loss from the past, and you haven't quite got over that yet. There's some type of either rejection or breakup. And you're still dealing with that. You're still healing from that experience. Then you have the Hermit here in your environment. So this is taking time out. And that's like everyone's got the Hermit energy now with the COVID, with everyone being locked down and social distancing. You might be feeling kind of lonely. You might be feeling cut off from people. Because Libra loves to socialize. That's where you get your energy. You love talking to people, having parties, going to parties, having people over, being the social butterfly, and we can't do that now, right? So you might be feeling kind of taking time out to think, what is it that I really want in a relationship? Is this, do I want a new beginning? If I do, what kind of relationship is right for me? So you're doing a lot of evaluating, and that goes with the King of Swords energy of, what's real? What do I want? Maybe it's not the same thing that I've had in the past. Maybe I want something different. So you're doing a lot of evaluating. And I think you're getting ready to take action, but I don't see you taking action until later, like maybe October-ish, October, November. Because you have the Eight of Pentacles here too, which is in your wish fulfillment. So you're ready for a new path. I feel like you might even be thinking about taking a new direction in your career. Taking your career in a new direction. Because this is a card of the Apprentice. Something at the beginning that you're just starting out doing. that can lead to abundance. You have the Ten of Pentacles as an outcome. So if you're starting something new at some point in this period between of September, October, November, it could be a new career direction that does lead to financial abundance. And if it's a relationship, I feel like you're connecting with someone that you could really build a happy home with. Because the Ten of Pentacles is the wealth card. It's also the home card where all your needs are met. Like you have a good home, you have family. Because if you look at this card, here's this guy with the girl, and they've got the old man, the parent, and the dogs. And I think there might even be a kid in here. Yeah, there's a child. So it's like a family card. It's like I'm finally building a happy home for myself. I have family. I have relatives. I'm not alone. I have people that are there for me. And that's the energy you're moving into. And plus you have this Knight of Cups energy that was on the bottom of the deck. That's you could be connecting with someone that you feel some kind of karmic connection. Someone very creative, very romantic, artistic. Could be a water sign, but it could also be someone who's just very intuitive, very creative, very sensitive. And this could even be your energy, like you're thinking of approaching someone and making an offer. So either you're going to be thinking of taking action and making an offer, or you could even be receiving an offer from someone. And this is someone I really feel you know this person. I don't think it's going to be a new person. Because the Ace of Cups is in the recent past. So you've tested the water. There's kind of, you've been, there have been little things happening, but no one's ever actually taken like a real step. And that's coming because you have the Ace of Swords here. So let's see what the astrology has to say. So the full moon in Pisces is happening in your 6th house, and it's affecting your 12th house. So this is the 6th, 12th house axis has to do with your work environment and your health. So something could be coming to completion in a work situation. You might be coming to the end of a cycle in some type of work situation. Maybe you're finishing something up, or one role is ending and a new role is beginning. Or you're ready to move on to another, a new cycle. Because the 12th house and the 6th house, it's kind of, the 12th house is like, it's the end of the road. It's like you're clearing out. It's time to clear out something. So you're either completing a project and you're getting the recognition, or you could be finishing up a project and you're done and now you're ready to move on to the next thing. And this moon is trining, and it's sextile Uranus in the 8th house, and and the sun is trining Uranus in the 8th house. The 8th house has to do with money. That resources. So it could be a partner's income. If you've been depending on, you could have good news come in or unexpected news come in about a partner's income. So if you're married or if you're in a committed partnership, there could be some abundance coming in unexpectedly or financial support. But the 8th house is also the house of intimacy and transformation. So if you're connecting with someone, you're ready to go deeper. You might be ready to have a committed partnership or an intimate partnership. So there could be some unexpected changes that have to do with you, your financial security. I feel that if you were unsure about, if you were having any kind of financial problems, there could be an unexpected positive development, because the trine and the sextile are good aspects. And with Uranus in Taurus represents survival, material things, security. And Uranus is always unexpected, out of the blue, opportunities. But the thing with the sextile, so there could even be another job, since you have the moon in the 6th house. There could be a new employment opportunity that pops up. That means more money or better or more secure. That might be more secure. What was I going to say about Uranus? The sextile aspect. It doesn't, the trine aspect happens whether you do something or not. It's like a given. But the sextile aspect only works, the opportunity is there for you, but you have to take action. So if you're just sitting and waiting for something to drop in your lap, then nothing is going to happen. So you have to take action. You have to tap into that Ace of Swords energy. So if you're wanting a relationship and there's someone you're interested in, you have to do something to gain the benefit of this Ten of Pentacles, of this Uranus, this exciting attraction. If you don't take action, then it may just pass by and nothing might happen. So let's see what else you have. You have also Mercury in the 12th. So you are doing a lot of thinking, but you're keeping your thoughts to yourself. Mercury in the 12th is like, everything in the 12th house is hidden, secretive. So what that could happen, though, is that there could be some secrets that get revealed or some information that comes to you unexpectedly that helps you to make a decision. Mercury is trine Saturn and Pluto, and those planets are in your 4th house. So there could be some news coming. So that has to do with your home and family or the house that you live in. Mercury is also sextile Venus, and you have Venus in your 10th house. So that could be, that's actually a good, Venus in the 10th house can sometimes bring greater harmony in your work environment. So you could be moving into a career that's doing something that you really love. So there could be some opportunity that brings not only financial success, but also work that you really enjoy doing. It could be something creative. It could have something to do with designing or decorating, something artistic or music even. But Venus is more about beauty, and so that could be something that's on the horizon. Also, Venus is opposing Saturn at this full moon. And so there could be a conflict between your work and your home life. Maybe you have, you get this job opportunity and you have to you have a lot of obligations at home and you have to juggle my responsibilities at home with this new opportunity at work. So there could be some conflict, or you could be working so hard that you don't have time for love, or you don't have time for family. So that could be another reason why you're feeling alone. Like, I don't have time to spend with my family and my friends. I'm just busy trying to get this thing off the ground. Mars is going to be T-squaring this Venus-Saturn opposition. And Mars is, let's see, where's Mars in your... Mars is in your 7th house. So there could be some arguments in a relationship if you're spending too much time at work. Your partner may be complaining, like, hey, what about me? How come you're always working? We never get time to be together. That could be one argument. The other thing could be that you have a lot of home things going on, because the 7th house has to do with not only romantic partnerships, but it also has to do with business partnerships. So there could be some conflict in a business partnership because you're trying to juggle what's going on at home with your family, with your work responsibilities. So there could be some kind of conflict there. The other way that Mars in your 7th house gives you, it's like you're ready to take action when it comes to partnerships. So if you're in something that's not the right fit, you're ready to take action to get a better fit. So I feel like you're getting to the point where you're not going to settle for less. If you're not in a satisfactory situation, you're going to take action to get yourself to improve your situation. And there could be, because of some conflict, that could be the trigger that sets you off to go and get what you want and what you need. So then Jupiter and Saturn. So if you've been feeling stuck at home, like things around the house have been like kind of stagnant, Jupiter and Saturn moving direct this month could make things, start to move, start to take action. Like Jupiter in the 4th house usually is a good thing. If you're looking for a new home, Jupiter can help you to find a home that's a better fit, that's more expansive, that's brighter, lighter. It's a lucky influence. Saturn going through the 4th house can mean that you're putting down roots, that you're buying, whatever you're buying. If you're buying a house around this time, or you're thinking about, making changes to the home, or investing in real estate, you're going to have this property for a long time. You're going to be in this house for a long time. Because whatever you do with Saturn, Saturn represents longevity and commitment. So you might be, if you've been renting, you might decide, I want to buy a home. I don't want to be renting. I want to own something. I want to have a place that I can call my own. So you might be doing that, and you might have been stuck with all the COVID, nothing's going through, if you're selling a house or buying a house. Things might start to move once these planets get into their direct motion. And that might even affect your career, because the 4th house and the 10th house are opposite each other. And I feel, once you're when you have something in an angular house, it usually affects all the 4 angles. So it'll affect your lifestyle, your status in the world, your career. It'll affect your relationships. Things are going to start to happen. You're not going to have that heavy energy. Let's see, what else? You have Neptune in the 6th. You want to look out, watch your health. There could be some hidden, or some ailments that pop up and you're not sure what's wrong, They could be psychosomatic even. Sometimes Neptune has to do with more psychosomatic illness than an actual illness, I don't know. Or you could, if you're dealing with work issues, Neptune can sometimes mean that you don't have all the information. There's some things that are hidden. There could be deception in what you're being told. So you just want to get the facts before you make a decision. Then we have a new moon in Virgo. And this new moon is in your 12th house. And the new moon is trine Saturn in your 4th house. So the good thing about the 12th house, you have an opportunity to release some baggage around home and family. So if you've been keeping things hidden or keeping your feelings hidden, the new moon can represent a new beginning. The 12th house usually represents psychological issues. So if there's anything that's been blocking you from having this happy home, from having this stable home, it could be a good time to make a new start, to release baggage from the past and say, I'm starting fresh. I'm going to release whatever happened in the past and I'm going to start fresh in my life. Maybe I needed something different in home and family. Venus is going to be moving into Leo at the end of the month, and it will be in your 11th house. So you could be connecting with friends, and out of that group of friends, you could have a love relationship form. Or you could be connecting with people where you do something creative. Maybe you get together with a bunch of friends and you're doing art, or you're doing music. Let's see what else. Venus is going to be squaring. So Venus in the 11th is squaring Uranus in the 8th. If you have any conflicts at all, it might be over money. Maybe somebody owes you money and they haven't paid you. Or if it's a relationship, there could be sparks flying. You could find a physical attraction pop up suddenly. Like all of a sudden you're with somebody and then feelings just develop really quickly. And it could be a really exciting time. Now another thing, Mars is going to be squaring Saturn and Pluto. So there could be some arguments around the home if you're not. The best way to deal with Mars energy is to not repress your feelings. Because if you're holding on to anger that's buried, it could come out in conflict, petty conflict. So if you need to talk about something, it's a good time to talk about something, but don't go over the top and lose your temper. Don't let things build up until you have an outburst. Don't be reactive, because the Mars square Pluto energy is very volatile. But there are things changing. You've got Saturn and Pluto going through your 4th house. And Pluto going through the 4th house is bringing up a lot of childhood wounds. And it's dredging the lake of your emotional life and your home and family, your early childhood. So you might have to process some psychological things that have been operating. You might have been being run by unconscious programming. And it's affecting your relationship. And so it's causing you to fight. Like your partner may be triggering some things that have to do with childhood wounds. So it's a good time to really get at that information, get at that stuff. Let it come up, deal with it, solve it, release it. And then you can move on to a healthier relationship. Because we also have Jupiter sextile Neptune. And Jupiter, Neptune is the planet of dreams, hopes, and wishes, and Jupiter is the planet of optimism and opportunity. So you can have this opportunity to create the harmony that you've always wanted, or to have the relationship you always wanted, or to have the career you've always wanted. But you're going to have to deal with some psychological issues and buried unconscious programming. And if you could work on that and become aware of it and release it, you can turn things around. It doesn't have to always be negative. But if you don't, if you're run by unconscious programming, you might find that you're arguing with everyone because you're not dealing with the real issue. You're dealing with something that's triggering you. And so you might be more reactive this month, especially with family, because the fourth house is being activated, the seventh house is being activated. So don't waste your time fighting over petty details, and don't feel that you're alone in dealing with things. You can, maybe you just need to talk about it to someone. Counseling might help, or talk to a good friend whose opinion you respect to help you get through this period, because the outcome is positive. You have this Ten of Pentacles. You have the potential for new beginnings. You just have to deal with bringing things to the surface, raising your awareness about how you're being triggered, why you're being triggered, and once you can find that out, you can solve it and then move on. Just move on to something better, to greater harmony. So this is my forecast, Libra, for September. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, click on the like button, click on the subscribe button. If you'd like a private reading where we go over your personal details, a reading just specifically for you and your situation, because this reading may not fit everyone. It's a general reading. Anyway, click on the link in the description box. It'll take you to my website, and we can get you on the schedule. You can order a reading, and we can be working together. In the meantime, I want to say happy birthday for those of you who are born in, the Libras that are September Libras. And I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope you have a great September, and you overcome whatever difficulties you might face and get to this Ten of Pentacles. So have a great September, and I have a happy birthday, and I'll talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.